In the bottom left is player 1. We have Spacefront playing Volder. And he is going to build first. Ooh, he's going for the heal version. Interesting. And in the top right, as player 2, we have SneakyDragon also playing Volder. So we got a Volder mirror. Given the bans, is to be expected. Volder, a very good choice. On the map with 1 barracks. So I wonder what we're going to see come out here. And this is why going for this heal is kind of bad. You're very limited in the amount of money you have. Spacefront might go for a play where he only goes for... He might just not buy a thief. He might honestly go for a play where he hits his village, gets a sword out, and is very aggressive. He could get a thief to go for the headquarters. Interesting. SneakyDragon's going for the more traditional play. We're going to build a sword. He builds it out there. Going to run this forward. And then Volder's going to work forward. And his Volder's going to be weaker. And it's also not going to get Groove as quickly. But, this is a very important but, the thief can get the steal. And actually, something I just realized. If you didn't heal Volder, Volder can hit this without capping it. Okay, so he's not going to hit there. He's probably going to build a thief then. Right, he's building a thief. He's just going to be very aggressive in general. But here's something I'm curious about. And this is probably an optimization that Sneaky... Oh no, it heals just enough. I was thinking that like the passive regen on this village would mean Volder wouldn't capture it if he hit it. So he could get like a bunch of free Groove from it and have like Groove at the end of turn 3. But it doesn't quite work out that way. It would be a little bit too powerful, I think, if he went for that. So that sadly will not happen. Or I guess like sadly depending on who you are. Yeah, he has the option to go for the capture. He has the option to go for the heal. Goes for the heal, he's going to be very aggressive in the center instead. Doesn't heal fully, 99%, so he saves 5 gold by doing that. And there, we're probably going to see a very mirrored opening here. Yep, thief comes forward. Volder is going to probably capture as a follow-up. Oh, he's going to capture here. Interesting. Makes sense. This is a useful village. It puts Volder in a position where he can threaten the opponent's headquarters. And he doesn't actually want to hit stuff until he uses his first Groove, I think. Because if you can leave these as targets for later on, like he's going to have Groove at the end of his next turn anyway. Then yeah, you might as well just leave there. Ooh, but interestingly, if he goes down here and captures this, then like Volder. But player 1 has a nice little thing they can do here. Oh, but like this is... looks kind of risky, but is actually fine. Because he has enough units that will come and crash down on Volder if Volder tries to go aggressive here. The dog can hit. Sword can hit, Volder can hit back. Or even the sword could capture and Volder could capture that back. So Volder has to be very particular about how he plays this next turn. And it's funny because if he runs here and goes for this capture, he's locked into this position right now. But I guess both of them are. They just have to have a staring contest. Just because of the way they chose to play this opening. And if we take a quick look, pretty even overall. Of course, Spacefront's got the pressure on the headquarters, but Nothing too significant. And they haven't done any real significant buys. There's 2 dogs come out from here. 1 dog come out from here. No air units have come out yet. Haven't seen like a knight or a mage. Like nobody's built any like tech yet. Just the very basic bread and butter units. And here we have the mage. And that's going to be very useful. Ooh, but Volder can go for a decap. I don't know if he wants to. He might just run up here and capture. Nope, he's going to decap that village. And put pressure on his opponent's headquarters. I mean, they're both threatening each other. Volder's got that range. I mean, that made very little difference though, because Volder hitting that, he was going to have Groove at the end of his turn anyway, so doesn't make a significant difference. And what's going to come next? Second thief. Oh wow, sneaky. You're just going for it. I mean, this is kind of scary though, because Volder has the ability to kind of snipe these with swords. Especially sword crits if he can get them out, so... Alright, what's going to come out here? I mean, we're going to start seeing Groove come out. We're also going to start seeing captures on these villages. He deposits his money. He could go Turbo Dragon if he really wanted to. 0 anti-air on Sneaky's side of the map. How much money? Sneaky ended with a decent chunk of change, so... Dragon comes out.
By my hand, rise.
Alright. Go's coming out. He's gonna go for the capture here. Yep. And it's gonna be a little while until, you know, the capture can come out in return. Might even see like Volder retreat and drop his own sword. Or retreat here and drop a sword. Yeah, because Volder can't reach this tile, so... And then like you just load thieves into this balloon. Oh, this thief can't reach though. Interesting. A Sneaky could also build his own dragon if he wanted to. Of course, there is a mage out from Spacefront, so he's going to be okay going into the dragon versus dragon fight because he does have his anti-air out already. Sneaky opting to go for a dog and a thief instead. This is going to threaten those thieves. I mean, how much does this do to a thief? It absolutely obliterates them is the answer to that question. Alright, we have... He's just building a sword straight up here? Okay. Which comes out. He probably wants a mage just to deal with this dragon. Because there's like a couple of different approaches to how you fight dragons. You build anti-air, so you get a witch and a mage. I'm probably going to see a mage. And or you do the very different play, which is you build your own dragon and you go aggressive yourself. And it becomes about trading units in your army with each other. Sneaky opting to go for... I don't even know how you describe it, like traditional? Like the more like obvious approach if you build your anti-air to deal with your opponent's like air. But I don't know. I mean, the really dangerous thing here is the dragon could just run up and hit Volder. And there's like nothing Sneaky can do to stop that. This has something going for it. Like, he is forced to use Volder if the sword stays there. Got a lot of thieves coming out, but he's just gonna run that back. So, slightly vulnerable positioning here. You could even see Volder just run and capture this. Like, nothing can hit there. You put your units nearby, like, he could easily just farm a lot of groove there. And then you run your dragon forward and it hits. And the dragon is completely safe. I think he's going for a more, like, economic play that's quite greedy. Goes for the double thief. Spacefront's going very aggressive here. And ooh, he's like sending units to be aggressive too. He knows that if these thieves come forward, like, he has to block them with something. And they will, those two swords will win a fight against one sword. Right, he's just gonna get his groove. And yeah, like the dragon. Very safely pressure here. And this is the difference between, like, you have the witch, sure, quite useful, but if this had been a dragon, you threaten the counter pressure, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh, so you can only hit from this side. And he does have a mage. So it's getting more and more interesting. Like, what's going to come out next? You can't break this, which I guess is very, very frustrating if you are Sneaky. He just doesn't have enough firepower to deal with this. Could a sword crit work? I don't think so. I mean, actually, he can balloon a dog around. So if this dog moves here, it's covered, but oh no. So there's a gap here that can open up. Dog runs into the balloon. Probably this dog runs into the balloon, because this dog could actually be useful still. Runs around, you get this around. Dog walks down. I guess this dog would walk down. Kills this sword. Will he see it though? That's the question. And Sneaky, I mean, he's got a good idea of like how to deal with this. Like, he's going heavy dogs to deal with swords, and there's going to be a lot of swords coming out over the course of this game. This thief has to go like here even. Otherwise he's going to get like decimated by these swords. Alright. We're seeing the balloon play. He spots it. There we go. First sword down. Could you even get a second one? Like, dog comes down. Sword comes down. Dog comes down. Damage. And bam, you've got a full health sword sitting right there. Even hex. Nope, he's just gonna surround. Might hex from here. I think it's worth it because, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. So deal a bit of damage to the dragon, deal a bit of damage to this dog. Softens them up just a little bit. But you might not go for it, you never know. Hell, I could even run the thief down. That's like the super Chad move, right? Like, you just run the thief down to block. Really make sure your opponent can't do anything. Like, because this thief is doing nothing up here anymore. There's two swords, you can't deal with it. Like, the mage can come up and also help. Gonna walk Folder back. Still in range to be a threat, but... Ooh, I like this. This can't die. And yeah, like, is he gonna hex? No. But he will probably move his witch a bit forward. Not completely, obviously. But enough to be an annoyance. Yeah. Keeps it out of this range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So the mage can't threaten. And ooh, you have to dedicate stuff to this to really get out of it. That was a lot greedy. Like, if the... I guess, like, the problem was he just had too much stuff in range of the follow-up. So if he had things to help him break out, then he'd be... okay. And I guess, like, he'll kill 2 dogs. And this is actually... oh no, it wouldn't have mattered if he'd hexed. Oh, now he can run out and sword crit.
By my hand, rise.
Right, and Thief dies. So Spacefront playing this pretty dang well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So night crit on this forest. He has to be careful if he wants to go for that. Oh, but this mage, like, this is broken very easily, and like this is gonna eat a witch hit. Oh, not a witch hex. It'll hit a witch hit. So he's trading a lot of damage on his dragon to deal with those. Okay. So this thief's gonna steal. But it's not like Sneaky can't do his own thief action back, so. And by going for that steal, he did force Folder to be in like a kind of a not really vulnerable position, but maybe like slightly more vulnerable. Ooh, this moves quite far back. It will still cover the dragon. What are we gonna see here? Dog could actually hit this dog from the mountain. Quite spooky. And if you clear this dog, like let's say Volder comes down here, kills the dog. And this hits the dragon from here, like he has to clear, like Volder just has to move out of the way before he can do anything. How is this working out? I mean, it's pretty even still. Sneaky can do a lot of damage this turn. They're just kind of brawling out in the center. Oh, he's gonna go for the sword. It's an obvious kill to go for. Gonna heal this sword. I guess he's gonna try and clear some of the dog. Yeah. Yeah, just goes for the damage on the dragon. How much do you deal? 80, so low roll, but shouldn't make too much of a difference. Like this should still finish a dragon off. 40, yeah. Okay, you just put the balloon there. I can't reach. Dog can only hit from one side, and he can just like I guess he could go like dog plus dragon to finish that off. And that would kill. But then you're also gonna lose the dragon if you go for that, so. Ooh, just is aggressive with this sword. I mean, like, that will counter attack. And he could lose this sword for it, but there's no anti-air up here, so this harpy could just come in and finish that off if he wanted to. And Mage is gonna run over here. A bit interesting, because, like, he could kill this witch, and the dragon could fly down and hit here from below. And then you don't have anti-air coverage on this side. So Sneaky, I think there's like a small misplay there. Like, could have had the mage covering down here while also still being able to reach up here. But we'll see. Will Spacefront go for the punish? Let's take a look at the income. Absolutely dead even on income. Sneaky ends the turn 3 units ahead. So he's doing okay in these trades, and like 2 units are pretty heavily injured on Spacefront side too. And Spacefront's already popped Groove, and Sneaky has his on charge right now, so. But yeah, I think he spotted it. I think he's going to go for the thief kill. Realizes that's basically free. Like, he can go and he can trade a mage for a witch, which is very worth it. Big gold advantage there. Because, like, you're going to lose the mage, but he has to, you know, spend stuff to kill the mage, so. Are we going to see, like, 2 swords get used to do that? And yeah, like this, if this had been here, you kill this dragon. Because even a low health dragon can be very annoying. And what comes next? Like, you could just keep being very aggressive. Plow in, throw a knight in, kill a dog. Kill another sword. Basement could just keep attacking. Could even like run this sword back and heal, run this sword forward. Ooh, he's got the balloon as well to ferry these, so. And like he's up on 2 thieves now, and Sneaky has 0. And like take a quick look at the unit count. Spacefront still a little behind, but he has options to kill things this turn if he wants to. Three. He could kill, like, he could heavily damage this dog, or he could go up here. Like, he can kill 2 units if he really wants to. Like, he could actually protect this mage. Like, this comes in, kills the dog, this guy comes here, hits the sword. And then you're looking at a Valder with Groove again. In a pretty heavily defended position too. Is Spacefront going to do it? Is he going to actually break the... And we've seen it a couple times now. Alright, he's going for the sword crit. He's just going to forego up here. Probably just going to run that back and heal. Leaves this injured. Kills this. And keeps his knight. So this won't eat an harpy hit next turn. You could just... even put it in a position where it will crit something that kills the mage. You could put it in a position where it kills anything that hits Valder. But actually, all of a sudden, this mage is not looking very vulnerable anymore. And yeah, if this had been here, run down, clear the knight, or clear the dragon, suddenly things look a bit different. Okay, he's just gonna run back and heal. Could see even a golem at this point actually would be really scary. Because like this is going to live this turn. Golem came out. There's nothing really here that can stop it. Golem's extremely good against Valder as well. Ooh, goes for mage. What are we gonna see? Witch. So he gets his own witch out. X opens up options. Threatens the harpy, threatens balloon. Can be used as a wall. Still has his dragon alive. Also heavily threatens other witches that come out. And yeah, just puts his knight in a good position to prevent a surround on Valder. We have SneakyDragon. What's Sneaky gonna do? He's quite far behind now. 2 units, but you know, there's 2 thieves out on the map. And that's his units that are injured this turn. And what do you do? Because these are quite powerful units. You know, you've got a knight out, you've got a dragon out, and the dragon's injured, but it still puts in work, it's still a threat. If these go down,
By my hand, rise.
all of a sudden things are very different. Ooh. I like this. The one option he has for killing this mage this turn. Could also not even kill this. Run the sword down, hit this other mage. Anti-air is suddenly a lot weaker on the map. Yep, he's going to use the mage crit. I actually wonder if like using the sword to hit this mage is worth it instead of finishing this one off. Oh no, he's going to go for the kill. Both options were pretty solid. I mean, the mage does have the ability to now kill this sword. Let's take a look at the mage. What are you? 90? Yeah, so this could kill the sword. Probably want to see, honestly want to see units get healed up. This dog probably needs to be back at full health. Harpy comes down. I mean, if you're going to deal some free damage, you might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, killing that actually does mean... Like, the Harpy could have run down and hit anyway because it wasn't going to die, but... It is very annoying to have a unit like that. And he's building Harpies. Sometimes this is seen as like a sign of desperation when you have to make Harpies. But no, he's going for Harpy, he's going for Thief again. This is the 3rd thief of the game for Sneaky. I mean, you need to keep in this Thief economy because if you don't have the ability to clear opposing thieves, then you're in a rough place. I think he really needs to heal this dog. Alright, he goes for the forward heal. Keeps it relevant in the game. 1, 2, 3. This balloon's really nicely placed. Prevents units from hopping up on there. And you know, Sneaky's still in it. He's still doing work. He has a much bigger fighting army. This is very swingy back and forth, like, and a big reason for that is just because that's how Valder plays. That's how Valdemir's play, is they both just keep building units and throwing them at each other. Now I'm not so sure about this witch anymore. Sneaky has perhaps overwhelmed this army. There's so much dog and mage and sword now. So what are we gonna see now? Alright. He still comes out again. He's just gonna keep trying to use that income lead. It's a big economy, because like, not only is he like slightly ahead on econ in general, but he's using 2 thieves. And they're returning quite quickly because of the balloon. But that also means that those thieves and that balloon aren't in the combat, so there's a much bigger active army here for Sneaky compared to Spacefront. And this is when I would have liked to have seen a golem, because there's not really much here that deals with the golem. This golem could have been much further forward. I mean, maybe he'll build one this turn and just kind of consolidate his forces. He needs to walk his army back. Let's see. He's thinking about it. I'm thinking about it too. Puts the balloon in a fairly precarious place. Look at the options, like you can't even like knock this village down with the dragon.
By my hand,
Let's
rise.
command on a road. A little bit risky, but I think he's just wanting to duel it out. Sword crit on a road as well. That's gonna do a lot of damage. Headlog's gonna finish. Honestly, I'd like to just see him move his dragon back and his knight back. Leave them in position. Leave the knight in a position where it can threaten mages that come forward. Just keep the dragon alive for a bit longer. Yeah, he's just going to use it to prevent us around. I mean... This is a little bit vulnerable to the harpy getting through, but I don't think that'll be the case. You might even just put the knight here, just to prevent that. Although that means your knight is then open to getting hit by a harpy. Alright, he's going to move the knight back. And ooh, drops a heal. And that's good gold value. You get your Voldos back up at full health. Although he is next to... Some scary looking sword suicides, but I don't think there's enough of a follow-up to really make that a punish. So what comes in next? What do you do to a dog? Ooh. Oh, no, it won't quite actually. I was thinking, oh no, wait, there's a balloon here. You could potentially kill this with a balloon, with a dog crit. And then it opens the harpy up to come in and almost finish the dragon. Or even potentially if it gets a high roll. Seems very equal, even looking even. And I guess like the scary thing is like Sneaky has to finish the game. Because if he doesn't finish the game, he's gonna get wrecked by these two thieves doing a number on his econ. And there's even options like this thief could run up and then threaten the stronghold on the next turn. And if there isn't enough to clear it, then Sneaky's gonna be not building units for a turn. And that's terrifying. So what's gonna happen here? You could take this out, hit the stronghold with Volder, sword crit one of these mages, and then just like run the rest of his army as backup. Like dog crit this potentially. Oh, you can definitely clear this with a dog crit actually. So like dog gets ferried over here. Oh, but then you're blocking yourself. Like you kind of want to like see if you can kill this with the dog crit. And then like Harpy comes down. Mage clears this. Boulder runs in to hit. But you're leaving yourself a little exposed to getting killed there. And Sneaky's gonna think about it. He's gonna think about it for a while. I'm just gonna check. I have a bunch of DMs. Okay, nothing significant. Let's go back to the match. We'll take a look at the overview. So, we have a Spacefront up 1 unit. Of course, the income does count towards unit count. So, being up a unit at the end of your turn is pretty normal. Okay, he's going to put the dog here. The dog crit's going to come down. On the sword, interesting. Is he going to try and lethal? He might. I mean, this was an option. Like, you can do one sword. And then I think this sword is injured enough to make it a potential. And this is 95%. So he could be going for it. And then you have like Volder plus Mage. The mages do 25. And Volder does 45. This is so awkward. I don't even know if it's really worth going for. Especially given the fact that you could have like put the dog here, cleared this dog. Harpy runs in, does some damage. Hell, the harpy is could potentially just hit this dog. Right, he's gonna clear the balloon. Oh, actually, he can hit on 3 sides. Hits once. Goes for the crit. Goes for the mage heal. Alright, he's just gonna deal a bunch of damage. Harpy hits there. Is he gonna try and put more units in front to block? I mean, it will work. He could actually drop a thief here. Even run up and hit the commander with this sword. And you know, that's gonna deal like 15%. So that'll be like 35. And that puts it below like the threshold where Father can't even get mage healed up to be useful at that point. No, he's not gonna go for the hit, he's just gonna go for the body block. And I guess this comes forward, drops the thief here. Yep. So Sneaky, he needs to end the game. He does not have another choice. And this is going to be a nice little advantage. And yeah, like looking at it, Sneaky's in the advantage state now. He's 2 units up. And it wasn't even necessarily the unit count lead that he was going for there, it was the unit damage lead. Commander is weak. Dog is weak. Mage is weak. Dragon is weak. These have to clear this. And like, he needs to run back and heal his commander, because otherwise he's just going to die. You know, there's some obvious plays here, like this mage can run up and kill this. Knight can clear one of these mages, like this runs down. And clear the harpy too, so there's good, safe plays to do here. And I guess this like hits this. Runs the mage back to heal. I'm pretty sure this kills the sword, yeah. Guaranteed kill on this sword with this mage. And the harpy does not come close. 70, average roll, won't kill. He's gonna get some clears. I guess like the harpy comes forward and does some damage. Yep, deals a little bit, but stronghold's open on 2 sides, so is there anything that can come from that? And there's actually a bunch of plays that can happen here, like this dog crit will kill this dog, so this dog needs to run or heal or something. You know, dragon. You could actually just sit here with this dragon and roast the dog. You could even, actually, I think you might even be able to kill this sword with this dragon. And then you're just taking units off the board. Yep, he goes for it. Dragon hits amazingly hard when a unit is on road. And yeah, like this dog could easily just run back. I'm not sure though. It might want to just do some damage to one of these. And that would like kind of help keep this mage alive. Right, he's going to deal some damage to this dog here. And, ooh, he's up 3 units at the end of his turn. He hasn't done his builds yet either, so that's going to be up 4 units. He gets another balloon. Up 5 units. He does get a balloon. And Sneaky's running out of army to attack with. And you know, they're both turning it around each turn. Now, what does Sneaky go for? Does he kill this dragon? I mean, hell, this could just run back and heal, right? So it's like, that's not out of the game yet. It can still do its job. In fact, neither of them are really out of the game. Like, this can kill this can dog crit. Mage can kill the dragon. Balder has to be careful. Because, like, he can't clear the knight. Mage might even kill the dragon first, and then, like, use Valder to kill dog, maybe? Run down here, kill that. See the dog crit come down first. This dog moves back, Valder comes down to kill. We'll see. Sneaky might actually be out of this game. Purely because, like, look at these thieves. They're going to put in so much work. He has an HQ steal, like a stronghold steal, and there isn't enough in defense right now. What will Sneaky do? He's got time to think about it, so we're just gonna take a moment ourselves. What do we got coming up? Like, I don't know if he has enough to deal enough damage, and Spacefront is a good enough player that even if Sneaky takes the most optimal turn he can, I don't think it's good enough. I think he's actually out of it at this point. And it's been really back and forth. Like, every single turn at the end, it's felt like the player who just ended their turn was at a huge lead. But they've both been putting in work. I don't really know what he can do anymore. Like, I guess you could try and pull back, regroup, but I don't think that would be very viable at this point. I think you're a little too far behind now. And these thieves, they're just going to continue to build up the lead, right? They're going to really punish your economy. Sneaky lost 2 thieves this game. His third is very badly injured. And I think he spent so long on this turn. Oh, he goes for a heal. Interesting. Okay. You gotta try and clear this. Yep, goes for the clear. Possibly go for the dragon. Gets off the field. At this point that might be enough, but then like Volder can't really follow up. Like this dog can't really be cleared because okay, so he's just gonna go for the hit on the village. And that's smart actually. It builds groove, it keeps him alive, he's at a safe distance. Is he gonna go for this? Moves his harpy to a safe point as well. Yep, he's gonna take the dragon out. That dragon's been a real pain all game, so removes that option. I don't know what the balloon's gonna do. Run away, maybe? It will die to basically anything. It'll die to the mage, it'll die to the witch. Yeah, he just runs that away. Max range, so Volder could run away into that balloon if he wanted to. And yeah, like it's not looking terrible for Sneaky right now. Of course, took a lot of time on that turn. He is still pretty far behind. I think even though the combat doesn't look terrible, like you could still like trade fairly well. These thieves are just gonna do so much work. You can capture this safely from the left hand side. He's gonna go for here instead. I mean, either or works. This is actually closer, so you can get that back. And yeah, like he's just continuing to just absolutely decimate Sneaky's economy. The dog can run back and heal, like the mage crit can come down, the knight hit can come down. Yep. Obvious play. Ooh, he could even run in and kill the dog. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. And like he's got this witch. And he could even like hex loads of stuff. He's gonna heal that dog. Probably gonna run the witch in front. And he can just move his mages forward. I think this is it. I think Sneaky can't come back from here. He doesn't have enough money to buy units to make a comeback. And he's built up such a big economy lead. Like, okay, it's 11 to 900. Doesn't look like that it'll be that big a difference, but he's been stealing constantly. And like Sneaky has not. Sneaky healed his thief. This thief has been a net negative on gold. And we may even see him tap out on this turn. You can't even really make units that would allow for a comeback. And things like this village, I mean, he can even night crit here. He can sword crit this village. He can just continue to push the economic advantage that he has. Building another mage. Realizes that he just needs to have the ability to throw heals down on his army. Another balloon comes out. He's just going to keep using these to wall. And they build up a unit count, so if a maid trades into a balloon, like, sure, that's gold efficient, but these are extra units that Spacefront is building, and they're not his ground army. Okay, so we're gonna see him build up some units. Or he can. I mean, this can run up and steal from here now, right? So it will get some use. But yeah, it's definitely not looking good for Sneaky. He bought a mage and he's at 450 gold. And he hasn't healed anything either. And like, yeah, this dog is really out of position. It's just going to get potentially just chased down and killed. It's not good against this army. There's a knight here. He doesn't have any spears. He has a harpy, I guess. Like, he has his own knight. Very awkward right now. And yeah, Sneaky just has to pull back. His attack failed. Spacefront. He's probably, like, you go archer balloon on the next turn. Like, just get this forward to the front using the balloon. I think he even forgot about this dog. This dog is dead. And it's all kind of falling apart. And, I mean, they've been playing for almost 5 hours now. So, we're on game 3 of a long set. This is a third place match, so they're not playing to advance in the tournament. They're not playing to make a big difference in terms of... Oh, is there even lethal? There might very well be lethal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright, yeah, he's gonna get crit on 2 sides. Yep, and that's game. Ends. There we go. Spacefront is your Groove of War 5 third place. In a very convincing game 3. That was really well played. He was very much on the back foot for a lot of that. And then Sneaky, he lost his thieves. He didn't. Sneaky tried to get surround, which was punished. But alas, lost thieves, didn't get the surround he needed to, like it was broken out of. Tried to follow up with a really aggressive play, like attack wise, didn't work out. And that is Spacefront taking third place. So congratulations to Spacefront.